All right, welcome to the fourth and final review of the evening. Up this time is Morkredd. Um, Morkredd is a tense, physics-based co-op puzzle game for 1 to 2 players, combining skill-based puzzle solving, a challenging balance of light and shadow, and a dark world filled with secrets to unlock. Yeah, so
For those keeping score at home, the word Morkredd is Norwegian for fear of the dark.
it's an apt word, if nothing else, because the game is all about light and shadow. Like your tools are simple, um, in that you are these two shadow people. I'll be honest. I'm not sure if there's an actual narrative in this game, or if it's just framework stuff. That's all environmental. Like there's no speech or text, anything of that. It's all inference via the environment, and the environment is mostly sparse. Not completely. Oh no no no. Like, but like, who are the shadow people here? I couldn't tell you. You know. Anyway, so what Petty is displaying here is the first part of the game, the first major mechanic, and that is light and shadow. Um, this is just you gotta follow the spotlight to the orb. The orb is your main mechanic, because for whatever reason, once again, Murky does not begin to describe the circumstances going on around everything. Like, you gotta push the orb forward. That seems to be the task. Once again, why you're doing that, don't know. It's just what you do. But the catch is, also, for whatever reason, the shadow people don't like the dark, which does make sense logically, because shadows are the darkness reflected off of objects, i.e., shadows can't exist without light, a light source. If they stepped into the darkness, well, they become darkness. I get that thematically. As far as what's going on in terms of narrative, couldn't tell you. Like I said, this game is really more about the puzzle solving, I'd say. As the key in dealing with the orb is getting it to point A to point B. The challenge is often, how do you do that? Or rather, what's obstructing either the orb or the shadows? And another important, that's curious. Oh, that might be something with the demo here.
What?
Okay, they're missing a major piece of the puzzle here. And that is, the shadow people, they cast shadows.
They don't currently. Yeah, maybe that happens later.
I can see some small shadows, but
they are supposed to have shadows jutting out. Let me tell you, that
it looked like they did right at the end there.
I think that was tree shadows you were looking at.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm like, it might not be until you get to the orb, but this is important because Yeah, you have to keep tabs on where both shadow figures are at all times, because if you run into your partner's shadow, you dissolve, and that's indicative of where the light source is versus where you are. Um, and I'm getting
it looks like they only have drop shadows at the moment.
Yeah. Like, also worth noting, the white things with those are checkpoints in case it wasn't obvious. Yeah, the orb should be coming up here soon. Anyway, like, in terms of the ingredients to creating puzzles, that's about what you get. Mr. Sargent, this is a 1 or 2 player co-op game, but it is a co-op game. You will always need to be controlling the two characters. You do that by the analog sticks. The left stick and the right stick. Yeah. It's like somebody should tell Naka and Ogre about this game.
Oh no.
It seems like the kind of game that Naka would go for and Ogre would torment. Like,
now we go.
Yeah, and your job is to roll that ball down that corridor right now.
Oh, fucking my life.
Yeah, I'm like, hint. In this situation, get one of them in front of the ball, and the other one backwards. Like, that's usually working better. And another thing, you don't need both of them to push the ball. Yeah, it can get a bit brain melty at first.
You're enjoying this, aren't you, sickle bastard?
Do you just control each of them with one stick, or?
You do. Also, you can use the bumpers to to manipulate levers. Yes, coordination is very hard in this game. It's like, that's the challenge. That's a good 5/6, or it's most of the challenge here. Not all of it. Like later on, you'll have to manipulate levers or like sticks in order to get the ball moving. And then there was that one sequence that one whole sequence with a boat, and you were, it was less rolling the ball and more traversing the river with the ball on the boat. Yep. Gotta open the doors. Yeah, this is the game right here.
Just roll the glowing ball without touching any shadows.
Yep. Like I said, incredibly simple in terms of its premise and its, once again, for lack of a better term, ingredients for making a puzzle, but it's all about the context. That's what makes this. I'm like, and it does follow logical rules. Like, yeah, it turns out if you have a door slam on the shadow people, they crumple. What? So how does it all work out? Mostly well. It's just, I'm not gonna lie, it gets a bit awkward with the manipulation of both characters at once, as Petty just demonstrated there. Yeah, it's like I said, when I say you got to keep track of both shadow people at all times, I mean it, because I've been prone to this myself. It's like, just roll in and I'm like, oops, the shadow, burnt the figure.
Oh, and of course you get stuck.
Hmm. Yeah. Like I said, and that basically sums up what this game's about. Like I said, as a puzzle game, it's it's on the simple side in terms of its configuration. It's about the manipulation more than anything else. Like, it's not about figuring out how to open a box or whatever. It's making sure your movements don't burn and reset you.
Mm-hmm.
And Petty's tapped out. I don't blame him. Like I said, personally, I thought this was a tremendous puzzle game.
Oh yeah, if it wasn't for the fact I still had a headache from people like vaping a lot at the card shop, I probably would have had more bandwidth to deal with this. But like right now, I'm like, no, I just wanted to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that if you have trouble with high contrast images and eye strain, maybe not the best game.
Yeah.
When the primary focus of the screen at most times is an extremely high luminosity ball.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's a game I wish I had more time with, but weeks in and weeks come.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, it might not be everybody's cup of tea.
Is this on the Switch?
No.
This would be a great Switch game.
Yeah, for some reason, Microsoft grabbed this.
Huh.
It's an Xbox family exclusive indie game. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that either, but it's there.
Yeah.
And Sergeant, next time we have a open date, Petty and Gogs can do this game co-op.
You're a monster.
Just for you.
I won't strangle him at all.
Yeah.
Me, hey Alexa, how cheap can I get a plane ticket to Maine and some rope?
Yeah. I jest because this game isn't actually online co-op. It's remote play together, and I don't think we ever want to struggle with that again.
Oh, God.
I'd rather not, yeah.
Me spending 3 hours screaming into the void trying to get that damn thing working.
And then the void burns you.
Then the void screams back.
Yeah. Also, do want to note the DLC for the game, and that is Morkredd Ode. Ode is a new playground level where new challenges. It's what you would expect. Also, it's got skins, hat, and screen filters. I don't know why. They said because why not?
The screen filters I can kind of see, especially if you have issues with super high contrast black and white, filters might help.
Yeah.
But
And
the hats,
skins, I feel like would have a relatively limited effect on what your dudes look like, seeing as how at any given time half of them is an extremely stark shadow.
Yeah. Also, apparently, ode is the Norwegian word for desolate. Although it has to have a line in the O.
Yeah, well, like Morkredd here has an O, has a slash through the O, but it's not all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
So it's stylized with that, but the actual text doesn't have it be Oda is Norwegian and also Swedish for Destiny.
Yeah. Anyway, so this game will run you $20. Normal, like the DLC will run you $5. The package is $22.98. Is this game worth that much? That might be a bit of an ask if it's just single player. This game was very clearly meant for two people, though. This is also the kind of game that could lead to murders.
Oh God, yes. I could see, like, back in the day when HD, the computer in your living room was a thing. I could definitely see this for something like that, or like if it comes to the Switch, definitely.
Yeah.
But for just like regular, like, grab your Xbox or PC.
Anyway, still a solid enough endeavor, with a lot of charm. Just don't go in like I'd go in for the puzzles, like, or the aesthetic. The narrative, no. Like I said, I'm not even sure there is a narrative. So it has been noted. Anyway, so yeah, that'll about do it for this installment of the Moonhawk Studio. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. The Fragments of Silicon reviews. Coming up on the week ahead. So Moonhawk Studios presents update. Now, sorry about that, because Mac had troubles over the weekend again, though not the usual ones. Like, to put it in flat terms, the water pipes in his apartment burst, and he got waterlogged out of it. The damage was quite extensive. He showed pictures. So I'm not sure what the plan is for Monday. Or, sorry, what the plan is for Wednesday. At this point in time. I'm not sure Mac knows right now. But I guess at worst, Petty will have to host the MSP. I'd say indefinitely, given the situation that has arisen. I don't know. We're just kind of playing that by ear. So, putting that aside, this week on Fragments of Silicon, if I can get to the right, here we go. On Wednesday, February 14th, we'll be having Ali of Little Arrow Games. We'll be talking about, not exactly sure how to, Mantis Kitchen, I want to say. Like, here, I'm not sure if they're actually going for Mantis here, or if, this is a foreign word. Yeah. Manitas? Anyway, we'll ask the dev. Anyway, on Friday, February 16th, we'll be having Robert Boyd of Z Boyd Games on the program. Hello? Oh, did I drop?
Here.
Okay,
you're still here.
Sorry. Just wanted to make sure we've been having technical problems through the interstitials all night. So, anyway, so Robert Z Boyd Games. you all may have experienced one of their titles over the years. They're the developers of Breath of Death 7, Cosmic Star Heroine, and the later two Penny Arcade On the Rain-Slicked Precipice of Darkness entries. Cthulhu Saves the World and Cthulhu Saves Christmas as well. So quite a lot there. I have played many of their games. I've enjoyed them up to a point. I gotta admit, I've never been a huge fan of the timer mechanics that are in their games. But more on that on Friday. So until then, I shall wish you good gaming.